Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everybody. Pool lovers, supporters of the game, well wishers, those who like these boys. You may like one of them, you may not like the other. One thing, we are all in agreement. Both are very talented. We are at Class Bar and Restaurant in Kansanga. Kansanga is a suburb of Kampala, the capital city of Uganda. If you are in Kampala, you are just about 15 minutes away by public means. They are racing to 21. If you are near Kampala, neighboring districts of Kampala, say Mukono, Wakiso, you are very good to find this match. It is Ibrahim SEJJEMBA, the guy in red, taking on BWANIKA, Mansoor, the guy in white. They are racing to 21. It is the fourth battle. It is 0-0. I will be back shortly. Peter Chebe live. Once again, welcome to the Peter Chole Live streaming platform. It is a banner match between two of the finest talents Uganda has ever had. The guy on table right now is BWANIKA. Mansoor is trailing 1-0 against Ibrahim SEJJEMBA. They are racing to 21. It is a marathon, not a sprint. We are at Kasbah and Restaurant in Kansanga. Feel free to come and be part of this action, to watch for yourself if you happen to be in and around Kampala. Ibrahim SEJJEMBA is ranked number 4 currently. He has played for the last team in Mbale Polo Club. He's the only player who has been part of the last 3 league winning teams in Uganda. He's a holder of quite a number of accolades in Uganda, the biggest of them being the king of the table championship, which he won in December last year. He is also the champion of the 2018 PAU Christmas Cup IBRA. He's a multi-winning champion when it comes to players not sanctioned by the Polo Association of Uganda, namely the Kasuri Upper Volta Double Elimination Pool Championship in 2020 and 2021, the E-Play Amigos Annual 64-Man Championship 2020-2021, Mitiana Open Pool Championship 2017, Boys Open 2018, and outside of Uganda he was the proud champion of the Matthew Ngulube Championship organized in Zambia. That time he defeated Victor Senyenza in the final. Over the last year he played the semi-professional pool alongside his friend and rival Cesar Chandiga for Sharks Pool Club in the Zambia Pool League. He came back to the country late last year to sign for Mbale Pool Club. He has also found himself being the champion since returning of the PAU King of the Table Championship, the 16-man championship organized by Dice Lounge, as well as the Mitiana Open Championship. The 3 tournaments in the finals he defeated respectively Lokoma Hazard for the PAU Championship as well as the 16-man comp, and yet in the Mitiana Open Championship he defeated Chandiga Caesar in the final. Lately he has not been having the best of his form. We know him to be a very strong and dependable player, and yet his performances have been lacking by his standard. That's why this game is very curious to the players themselves as well as their management teams. That is Ibrahim SEJJEMBA. BWANIKA Mansoor is currently ranked 6th in the country in terms of achievement on the local scenes. In terms of the official championships, he has achieved way more than IBRA, with 6 tournaments, 1 organized by the Polo Association of Uganda, including the Kampala Open Pool Championship 2018 and 2019, Grand Open Pool Championship 2019 and 2020, King of the Table Championship 2021, as well as the National Open Championship 2018. It's the last National Open that was held up to date, up to the one which is ongoing right now, and it makes him the current national champion of Uganda. Just like IBRA, he has won a number of accolades outside the PAU calendar, such as one of the Mitiana Open editions, the Amigos E-Play Championship, amongst so many others. He is trailing. He has not started at his best. IBRA is leading 1-0, trying to make it to a target with a follow. Perfect. The IBRA fans are so far having some kind of a field day. Their player has given them reason to smile, at least in the earlier part of the game. It is IBRA against the black to try and make it 2-0. It's a bit tricky, but possible by his standard, and he does it. Accurate. White is controlled. Target is spot on. IBRA 2, Mansoor 0. By the regulations, they are having only 4 timeouts, and they will be joint timeouts every after 10 games. Whether it's 10-0, 9-1, 7-3, 8-2, 5-5, it will be timeout of 5 minutes after every 10 games. It is Peter Chebe live. I will be back shortly. Every time these players face off against one another, the Ugandan pool fraternity comes to a standstill because everybody is interested in who wins and how they win. The last time they faced off in a money match, Mansoor won 16-12, but before then IBRA defeated him 21-20. This is the third money match between the two, and IBRA is definitely having a better start. The fans led by Mubarak are having the arena to themselves. IBRA 3, Mansoor 0. They are racing to 21. By the regulations, there is nowhere to hide for Mansoor because he must be on table for 10 games at least, unless there is an emergency, which is verified by the umpire of the day, who is none other than Francis Rogambaje, also known as Messi in pool circles. Outside these money matches, these players have been facing off a number of times. Most notably, IBRA has been having the better head-to-head statistics against Mansoor. To be exact, it is 3-6 with IBRA 6 victories as compared to Mansoor's 2. Mansoor's 3. Mansoor's third victory in a non-money match is the latest time the two guys faced off. It was at this very place on the same table. Mansoor defeated IBRA 5-1 in the Skylark 64-man championship. It is the defeat which led to this money match. 3-0 IBRA to break. It's a fair break. Yellow potted. The fans celebrate. They think IBRA is good enough and confident enough to sweep this game in his current visit of the table. According to his body language, it seems he's going to play the Reds. Either way, there is no bad ball on the table. The Reds are as good as the Yellows. He nominates Reds and closes with only one purpose: to sweep the Reds and the Black to make it 4-0. What we are witnessing is the first apple of the match. It goes to IBRA, who makes it 4-0. The scoreboard in the background of your screen is not lying. In a race to 21, it is IBRA who has had the much better start. The last time Mansoor had a very bad start was in a money match against Caesar, and he was defeated 21-9. My pledge to you as fans and supporters of the game is to keep getting you these videos, live action, most especially from Ugandan pool players, because it's where I'm best. I, however, am keenly interested in the regional game, East Africa, as well as the African game. The best you can do to support this cause when these games are always uploaded to the Peter Chobe Live YouTube channel. Kindly, as you watch, do not skip the videos, the ads. 1 or 2 or 3 ads will play as this game is played on YouTube. Please do not skip them. It is the only way you can help support the cause of streaming live videos, because the challenge of having them to you is real. The sacrifice is real. Either way, we are doing what we love doing. And back to the game, it is 4-0. Mansoor needs to start winning. When these two guys faced off during lockdown in the first money match, which ended 2020, it is Mansoor who won the first 5 games. Then IBRA equalized by winning the next 5. Then it went on neck to neck to neck to neck until it went in a decider, which IBRA won, and that day it was 21 against 20. At the end of that same year, in Masaka, they raced to 16 at KV Pool Arena. On that day, Mansoor led from start to finish, and he won 16-12. This is the third money match between these two. The time when they played their first money match, they were without doubt the best 2 players in the country. But by the time they've come on table again for a money match, there is someone who has come in to challenge their dominance. That is none other than Caesar, and his management has said that their player will be very more than willing to take on whoever wins this challenge. That is some news for you. Otherwise, in other news, the Nile Special National Pool Championship, the National Championship of Uganda, the biggest pool tournament on the individual scale in Uganda and in East Africa, and yes, on the entire continent of Africa, is ongoing. It is being played with the qualifying phases all across the country, trying to look out for which player will be crowned national champion of Uganda on the 11th of November 2023 this very year. And the prizes will be a brand new car for both the men and the women. The qualifying phase restricts the top 8 men and the top 4 ladies from the qualification phase, because they qualify direct into the grand finale. All you have to do to participate is to buy the product of the sponsor, that is 5 bottles of Nile Special, which you will consume. If you don't want to consume, you can give them away. Either way, you must buy the product as mileage returned back to the sponsor from the game itself. There will be prizes for up to 100 players in both men's and ladies category, actually more than 100, because all the 128 players who will qualify for the grand finale, at least 80 of them will have won cash prizes at the regional qualifying phase, while at the grand finale there will be a car for the men, a man, and a car for the lady. For the man, he will also win 3 million as cash prize on top of the car, and for the lady there will be 2 million plus the car. The number 2 player for the men will win a brand new Super League pool table with 5 million shillings, while the lady will win a brand new pool table with 1 million shillings. Number 3 men, the number 3rd placed player will win 3 million shillings, while for the ladies it will be 1 million shillings, while the 4th placed lady will win 500,000 shillings and the man will win 1 million shillings. The losing quarterfinalists ladies category will each win 250,000 shillings, while the losing quarterfinalists men will each win 500,000 shillings. There will also be 250,000 shillings for the men who will lose out in the round of last 16 of the National Open. As we see Mansoor showing us what he's capable of despite his poor start. That shot speaks a lot. If he's able to top it up with another equally good shot, probably try and pot that red in the corner, in the center pocket. It will need a spin to bounce off the cushion if he's to pot the black in the center, or else he may try to pot normally, then try to pot the black on in the right corner, and which is the easier option, which he has rightly gone for. He knows, his fans knows, the fans of IBRA know, and even IBRA knows that more likely than not this game will make it 4-1 with Mansoor winning his first game of the day. Yes, he does. The stake is 4 million Uganda shillings. In dollars these are 1,200, but there is a lot more than that in side staking by the funds. I will be back shortly. 4-1, IBRA in the lead. Thank you for watching. Ibra is playing near his best, like we have seen at least for the start of this match. You would fancy that 9 times out of 10 he would finish this game with ease. He simply wants to make sure before making a decision. Of course, he's starting with the ball in the corner pocket. He will want to draw back the white to come near where he is standing. Accurate by his choice of shot. I think he will want both black and yellow to be potted in the same pocket. Corner pocket on the right of your screen. This is to players of this level. It is something he will do anytime, any day. Accurate. 5-1. Of the two players, I think it is Ibra who needs this game the more as a confidence booster ahead of the National Open Grand Finals. Being seeded number 4 and Mansoor number 6, both of them have direct qualification without playing in the qualifiers. But it is Mansoor who has lately been having the better results, at least in the last tournaments organized. He has had a few victories and a few near misses. He won a 32-man comp at Kimasters Arena. He also won another 16-man comp in Entebbe. He also won another championship. Here the Skylark 64-man competition. While for Ibra, the last competition he won, if I'm not mistaken, was the Mitiana Open Championship. When he comes good, he comes real good, because that day the victim was Caesar in the final. There is every reason to suggest that this guy is playing what seems like his A game, because when he's on, he's real on. When his break is on, he means business. He rarely gives chances when his break is on. As long as he breaks and pots, he's the best at finishing games consistently. That is if he breaks and pots. But it is, like I said, a marathon, not a sprint. This match is not yet even a quarter way. By the regulations, they are having a timeout every after 10 games. So far we have played only 6. This is the stuff that IBRA fans are having reason to jubilate and they control the arena like it is their own. They know they are leading, not only leading, their player is playing the better game. He has two options in playing that white, either making a follow, bouncing off cushion, or drawing it back direct in the center of the table, which is the option he does. That is accurate. All he has to do is to roll the red ball into the pocket, but he decides to go for a stand shot. Very good shooting. He's not giving away chances, not even half chances. If Mansoor is to win this game, he has to take control of the games that he breaks, because when IBRA breaks, he makes sure that he wins. IBRA 6, Mansoor 1. Okay, the reason for the brief break in play over the last few minutes, Mansoor was having a complaint to the umpire that IBRA was taking a lot of time between shots, and the umpire had none of it. Either way, the shots are timed anyway. They are supposed to take not more than 60 seconds between shots. That is black ball. It is black ball rules, and according to the umpire, that rule has not been violated at all. Still, the shots are being timed by the rules to not more than 60 seconds between shots. We have had a rare moment when IBRA has missed a seemingly easy shot. I think it is the first in this match, and these are the opportunities Mansoor must grab with both hands. He must, when your opponent is playing better than you, when he's having a better day, when you get an opportunity like this one, you must utilize it. Outside of that, you will be swallowed. Mansoor's management team includes manager Yahya, manager Bonde, manager IBK, the likes of Lubega Biata, while IBRA's management team are the likes of Muchuzi, the likes of Katerega Bob, the likes of Mubarak Muson, the former likes of Raymond Aheba. And it's the last time IBRA had a money match was victory against Kayanja IBRA, while Mansoor's last money match was victory against Lukoma Hazard. The two players have been playing for Mbale Pool Club. And Mansoor's camp are complaining, led by the player himself, that IBRA is taking a lot of time between shots. For the second time the complaint is coming up in this game. but the definite belief is that it is not a complaint against wastage of time, but rather mind games, which are most of the time part of these money games, and such mind games are very famous with Mansoor. Either way, it is 6 for Mansoor and 1 to IBRA. Pardon, 6 for IBRA and 1 to Mansoor, and they are racing to 21 here at Kas Bar and Restaurant in Kansanga. About 300 people are at the venue on their favorite seats in this bar, which is located in a building basement. It is why the network has been so shaky. The place where I'm placing my camera is the only one in this whole place where you can have some kind of fair video watching. I had to switch gadgets 3 times and switch lines twice to get you at least the quality of the picture that you are watching. It is 2 of the brightest young talents pool-wise in Uganda, taking each other on for the 3rd time in a money match. Money match performance between the 2 of them stands at 1-1, with IBRA winning the first money match against Mansoor 21-20 at 3 Sisters in Seguku. Then at KV Pool Arena in Masaka, Nyendo, Mansoor won 16-12. And today, with 4 million shillings at stake and preparation having gone on for quite a while, after mind games between the players, the fans and management teams of the 2, it has finally ended on the green bed. Today it must end in a result, victory for one and defeat for the other. A few flashes of Mansoor's brilliance are starting to come up. He needs more of these. He has been playing the better game lately. At least the very last result between the two players he won, even performance in the last tournaments, he has by far been performing better. But today, at least up to now, IBRA has been playing the better game and deservingly leads 6-1. Mansoor versus the black. There is a passage near the red ball in the corner pocket on the right of your screen, and nails it inside for his second win of the day. His fans start to give him the much needed confidence boost, showing appreciation by tipping him money, that is. You could be watching from anywhere where these players are followed. From Uganda, from Kenya, from Zambia, from South Africa, from Zimbabwe, from Botswana, all these leading hubs of pool in Africa, whose pool families are now fused into one, really. Thank you for following the game. When there is a match in any of those countries, a match of this magnitude, the rest of the countries follow religiously. Thank you for following the Peter Chobe Live streaming platforms, Peter Chobe Live Pool Facebook, Peter Chobe Live YouTube, and Peter Chebe Live TikTok. Yes, we are into TikTok as well. And as you watch, especially on YouTube, I always kindly insist to you, do not skip the ads. When the ads play, please do not skip them. Let them play. It is the only support you can give, as more and more video action is expected, especially when live. Internet is one of the best things that can be given to these players, exposing their talents. Fans appreciate. In a match like this one, it is some kind of win-win for either. Yes, there is money to win for one player, but there is money to lose for the losing player, whoever it will be. But in terms of organization, at least there are gate collections which are shared between the players. So this is win-win, counting on funds to the benefit of the leading stakeholders of the sports, that is the players themselves. Thank you for watching. Abex DJ says thank you for the job. He was one of my players when I was still managing Spice Pool Club. JJ Richard Nsonereng says Mansoor will come back. Chirimira Remy Timothy, thank you for watching. Spina Shamira, Lutaya Pasco, Mansa Mulenga, must be from Zambia. Ronald Saul Sozi, Ob Dicto, Bashir Spencer, Gilbert Tibesigwa, Lucky Malakwana, must be from Southern Africa. Mwange Michael, Vianney Viva, Velisto Twala, again must be Zulu. Chirimira Remy, thank you guys for watching from wherever you are watching. Enjoy these two wonderful talents. So far, it is IBRA having a field day on Mansoor, leading 6-2, but is not yet done because they are racing to 21. I will be back shortly. It is some kind of a capacity crowd here as IBRA plays. If I can just show you some of the fans who are shouting and screaming to the top of their voices at the dark ends of this bar. About 300 of them, and they have paid to witness this action. This is game number 9. Remember, after every 10 games we shall have a 5-minute time out. So Mansoor and IBRA will both have a 5-minute time out at the end of this game because it is the 10th. Every time they face off, you have reason to try to want to watch the next game between the two of them. So at the end of 10 games, it will be either 8-2 for IBRA or 7-3. 7-3 would be a margin that Mansoor will try and chase. 8-2 is also chaseable, but very difficult. So this makes game number 10 a very important game, most especially for Mansoor. He will have to blame himself for being a victim, some kind of victim of some of the regulations, because he is the player who normally wants to have a lot of time out of the table, especially if things are not going well. He's the player who will want to have some time out after 2 consecutive games if results are not going his way, which we interpret as not necessarily wanting to have time out, but just having negative tactics. This time he will have to adhere to time out only after 10 games, and it is necessary to have such kind of changes in these games. Either way, it is 7 to IBRA and 2 to Mansoor. They are racing to 21 for the 3rd time in a money match. If I can just take through some of the performances between them in non-money matches. I remember a final at Nkomba at the Mango Open Championship, racing to 7, IBRA 1-7-5. There was also a 3rd place match in the Nakao Open Championship in 2020 when Kayanja IBRA won his first tournament. The two were eliminated in the semis, but the 3rd place match was won by IBRA 4-0. The two of them then met in both lives of the double elimination championship at Upper Volta in Kasubi. In the first life, Mansoor defeated IBRA 4-1, while in the second life, IBRA defeated Mansoor 4-2. There was also a clash between them in the final of the first E-Play Amigos 64-man championship. That was the final, racing to 7, and on that day, IBRA won 7-5. That's the first E-Play championship he won before winning the next. The two also met in the second edition of the double elimination championship in Kasubi the following year, that was 2022, and again IBRA won on a decider, racing to 4. It was 4-3. The very last time they have met, these two, was the Skylark 64-man championship. They met at the round of 8 quarterfinals, and Mansoor won 5-0. One more meeting between the two which I forgot to tell you about was the Pool Association of Uganda Grand Open Championship, which was organized at this very venue in December of last year, 2022. At the quarterfinals, it ended in a decider, racing to 6, and IBRA won 6-5. So in championships outside of the Pool Association of Uganda, IBRA has had a better head-to-head performance. The latest time that Mansoor defeated IBRA was the last time the two of them faced off, which was that 64-man championship I told you about, when Mansoor outclassed IBRA 5-1 to start the debate of the need for this money match. In events organized by the Pool Association of Uganda, however, Mansoor has been having better performances, not exactly having to face IBRA at most of the rounds, but he is a proud winner of 6 calendar events of the Pool Association of Uganda. Only Sula Matovu and Turije Jonah boast of a better record in events organized by the Pool Association of Uganda. In the current group of top players, it is Mansoor in the driving seat. IBRA is on 2, Mansoor on 6. Trying to play for the first break, trying to go into his first time out of the match with a lead. It is 7-2. It is exactly the start that IBRA wanted. It's exactly the start that Mansoor did not want to see. It is the start that he has to deal with. He knows that if he is to win this match, it will go down to the wire. In the opinion poll, the predictions that have been going online, the majority of you actually thought that IBRA would win, but with a slender margin. There is, however, a good number of you as well who are thinking that Mansoor would win this match. Many of you have expressed your confidence in your players by side-staking. I wish you good luck. At the moment, IBRA has the upper hand. It's not bad shooting from Mansoor. He will need some bit of skill in controlling this white ball, but to players of such level, this is ordinary stuff. This game should be done and dusted, and he should go into the break at 7-3. Perfect shooting. I think he will simply roll the white ball with a slight follow, just rolling the ball, and put the black in the center as his body language suggests, before he will go into a very much needed time out, and it is 5 minutes. He goes for the corner pocket, and he's at liberty, and yes, he makes it 3-7, and we are having the first time out of this money match. I will be back shortly.
The guy bragging with money is the winner of the curtain raising match. That is Joshua Odeng with his manager Majid Naluja. He defeated Lawrence Dangote after a 2-game head start, but he didn't need it anyway to win.
UAQ 393K. UAQ 393K. You are blocking someone. UBH 190W. UBH 190W. Which way is that? UBH 190W, Toyota UAQ 393K. It seems to appear that the timeout was not effective for Mansoor because he lost the first game from the first timeout of the match. It's now 8-3, like you can see. In the background, and yes, IBRA is playing well enough to suggest that it could be 9-3 at the end of this match. The next event, a big one, if no change happens, is the Kampala Open Pool Championship of the Pool Association of Uganda. The finals are expected to be played before the National Open Grand Finals, and still before the National Open Grand Finals we shall have the All Africa Pool Championships. Both of these players are named on Uganda's 8-man team, expected to travel to Johannesburg, South Africa in October for the All Africa Pool Championships, where as a national team they finished third the last time round to champions Zambia. South Africa came second, Tanzania fourth, Those were the semi-finalists. The news is that Team South Africa has named a provisional squad for the All Africa Pro Championships, and Aiden Joseph is not on. That means we shall have a new African champion men's category confirmed, because the singles defending champion is not on. At least he told me that he is retiring from black ball, at least for the national team. He wants to focus on other disciplines, most especially his favorite 9-ball. IBRA has made it just a little bit difficult for himself. We know he can finish a game of this stature, but he just made it a little bit difficult. At least with 3 balls left to pot, or 4, you could see that he could have made it a lot easier for himself. He now needs one big shot, probably pot that yellow ball in the corner pocket on the right of your screen, and then white is played to hit those reds near the center pocket, such that it rests there, where he will make it easier for himself to pot that yellow and of course the black. But the white ball in that case should not escape from its intended path. If it does, he will bring Mansoor back in this game. He did exactly, almost exactly as I tipped he would, using the reds in the center as support. And another very good shot, equally. From the timeout, he comes back to win 2 more and now leads 9-3. Bekani Mthembu, the guy we normally call Manager Cubes, is watching. Thank you for watching. We are proud of you, your contribution to the game, especially
I remember your journey with Ish as he became a top player. When you sponsored him for a tour, having a series of money matches in Uganda, many of them around 2015. Lutaya Pasco says, now you don't use break. Is back, Mansoor. Thank you for watching. Sentube Collins, Lennon Mohan, Tudinawe Jack Moses, Lumalaston Gilbert Tibesigwa, Mukuseli Bitele is watching from South Africa, Malcolm Caesar, Zavi Ibra Samuene must be watching, must be from Zambia. Thank you for loving this sport, guys. It is the kind of performance you think that of the two IBRA needs the most. One thing I know about him, SEJJEMBA IBRA, is that when he comes good, he is real good. If he decides to be good, when he gets it right, it is very right. This is black ball pool discipline at its best. You are seeing one of the best players, two of the best players on the continent, showcasing their skills, showcasing their ability. This game is not exactly going according to recent form, but it is going according to the book of the performances between these players. Like I said before, IBRA has the edge in terms of head-to-head statistics between the two players. Meanwhile, in exactly 12 days from now, there is another pool tournament that is going to happen in the city of Kisumu in eastern Kenya. A 64-man championship, race to 7 from round 1. All the best players in Kenya will be participating, right from Seed 1 CT, the guys who represented Kenya at the Hayball Championships. BK. I also saw Crush and JC and a host of fine black ball playing players from the country of Kenya, and so far 7 Ugandans have confirmed participation. Uganda and Kenya are neighboring countries, ladies and gentlemen, and there is a tendency for players from either side of the border to cross over when the other country organizes, just as is the case with Tanzania. As you saw, a team of Tanzanians participating in the PAU Grand Open Championships. This time a team of 7 Ugandans at least are crossing over to Kenya in 10 days time to participate in the 64-man comp in Kisumu. IBRA is not one of them. Mansoor is, so is Joseph Kasozi, Ibrahim Kayanja, Senyonjo Glorious, Caesar Chandiga, as well as Kenneth Odong and Alfred Gomekiriza. Be sure that myself, as well as Hayes of the Pool East Africa YouTube channel, will be streaming the games, and we will be watching all the shots at the comfort of your home as IBRA tries an off-ball shot, as we call it here. but it did not come to pass as he did not pot. The skill was right though. It is when you have this kind of scoreline like 9-3, it is when you are having such kind of performances that you have the confidence to play such kind of shots. It's a little bit arrogant, you would say, but he decided not to go the easy way, but pot the yellow off Mansoor's red, which ended up giving an opportunity for Mansoor back into this game. You can see he's trying to go defensive, but IBRA can try to come again to play the white off the cushion and pot that yellow ball. The white will then come naturally to put the second yellow ball in the corner pocket nearest to your screen before trying to go for the black, which is anything but easy. IBRA 3, IBRA 9, Mansoor 3, race to 21. I will be back shortly. The nature of this match so far is that IBRA has been having the dominance of the game, with Mansoor trying to pick up the pieces when IBRA at times gives away such opportunities. What Mansoor needs to continue doing is to pick up those pieces. If he wins 1 or 2 or 3 games in a row, it is a situation that could bring pressure to IBRA, affect his performance, and before you could know it, we could have a match on again. But it may not exactly come when Mansoor gives himself such kind of white. It is the black with a very minimal slice, but the white is tricky because if not well controlled, it could be potted in the corner pocket. It's possible, but a bit difficult. Mansoor pots, makes it 4-9. The gap is now reduced to 5 games. They are the games he needs to win to equalize. Ryan Mogula says, I know Mansoor will be the national champion. Good luck to him. Spinner says, Moto is a nickname for Mansoor, by the way. It means a young one. He was nicknamed the young one, or Moto, because he was very young when he first rose to prominence around 2016 as a very young boy, but a very talented shooter with his left. Actually, he has at times seemed to lose some of the clinicism he used to have as a very young shooter. Sometimes he decides, of course, as a more mature player, he decides that at least that some games are not worth risking to simply attack. But when he was a very young man, he was really good, especially at offensive play. Nisha Cole Sugar says, I can be a good player. I am not. Sentumbe Collins, thank you for watching. Doreen Katz Dora says Moto is unlucky for the day. I can see my good friend and fellow streamer from the Republic of Zambia, William Soko, is watching. Thank you, mate, for loving the sport and using all your time and energy to promote the game. Because of you, we know Soldier, we know Victor, we know all those young men who helped Zambia win their second All Africa Black Ball title. We know Nkole Matanga, we know Moses Mofaya, we know Zambian pool as much as we understand Kenyan pool, Zimbabwean pool, Ugandan pool, South African pool. Because of the influence of the internet. Thank you, Samson Kibuga from Tanzania, promoting the sport. Thank you, Francis Mokwekwe from Zimbabwe, for promoting the sport. Thank you, William Soko from Zambia. Thank you, Hez and Podge, for streaming all the action as it comes from the Republic of Kenya. Thank you, Mozi, for streaming all the action as it comes from South Africa, and all streamers who use your resources, your time to promote the sport At the end of the day, the sport will win. At the end of the day, these players must become stars. They must benefit from their talents. Another one. At times you wonder what Mansoor can do to win this match, because every time he tries to get close to IBRA, any sign of closeness, he tries to get IBRA extend his lead further. At times when you thought it's the timeout which would save Mansoor, even timeout was useless, at least up to this stage of the game. He is simply playing against a composed player who, it seems, has been having time off some competitions to set himself to train hard to ensure that he puts up the performances like the one you are watching now. One weakness of IBRA is that at times he blows hot and cold during the same competition, especially when his opponent shows him that he is equally good to the task. You will see IBRA playing under some kind of pressure and not performing to his expectations. Mansoor simply needs to utilize each and every opportunity he gets, but in utilizing, like here, he must break and pot. When he pots like this, he must make sure he wins that game in any way. He needs to narrow the gap. He needs to put IBRA under pressure. If he does not do that, he does not have a chance. In any case, it will be a humiliation, a humiliating defeat similar to the one he had against Caesar in a similar money match in Masaka on the 2nd of January this year. It is 4-10, IBRA leading, race to 21. This ongoing frame is one of those rare ones we have had in this match where both players have blundered in the same game. It was Mansoor first to blunder before IBRA also had an uncharacteristic miss, to the effect that Mansoor is now the player who has come out to try and sweep the game and punish his opponent. Black in corner pocket is the purpose, and yes, he pots. Once again he narrows his gap from 6 to 5 and trails 5-10 after potting that black. But the character of this match so far has been to the effect that whenever Mansoor tries to get any close, IBRA pulls further away. wano Kalango omwezi guno gwe tulimu omwezi gwe tulimu gwe tukomekereza ze tuyita mini qualifiers mu mpaka za National Open. Ate nazanya tukoma mwezi guno okuqualifyinga.
It has become almost significant in this game that every time Mansoor pulls one back, IBRA extends his lead further. He's making sure that Mansoor is not to have any way back into this game. Like you can see, he's trying to ensure Mansoor has no chance. That's perfect shooting because he simply needs to roll the red ball in the center pocket, and the white ball will come naturally for him to put the black at the corner pocket where he is standing next. I'm sure it's the shot he's contemplating to play, and he's more than able to do. If he does, he will go to 11 to once again lead with 6. It is the poor start to this game that is mostly haunting Mansoor, losing the first 4 games to ensure that IBRA plays with such a high level of confidence, and a confident IBRA is a very dangerous IBRA. White is not perfect, but in the kind of form he has been playing today, he can pot that black with one eye closed, at least judging from the confidence he has been showcasing today. IBRA versus the black in the corner pocket nearest to your screen. And he makes it look easy. He has a small body but knows how to manipulate it, even if the cue ball is in uncompromising positions. It is a situation he has learned to adapt to. His body size is not an issue on the table.
There are sometimes in this match when Mansoor has been showing some glimpse of his brilliance, like the ongoing visit of the table. He has played at least 5 accurate shots. He needs 2 more. The only issue is that he needs to be consistent with this kind of attacking play. He needs to win a string of games, not just one and then IBRA wins another, because that is, of course, it will be advantage IBRA because he's already on a 6-game lead. So all that IBRA needs to do is to prevent Mansoor from winning a string of games, and it will be sure victory for IBRA. From a Mansoor's perspective, winning a game like this must be followed up with winning 1 or 2 more, because he is trailing. Otherwise, winning one game in turn, a game for one player and a game for another in turns, is more advantage to IBRA. So from a Mansoor perspective, at least his level of play has improved in the second half, but it doesn't mean that he has an advantage because his opponent had a big lead going into halftime. It is 11-6. That means 7 games played after timeout, so they have to play 3 more before going in for another timeout. Mansoor needs to utilize those 3 games to reduce the deficit between him and IBRA before the closing stages of the game. But IBRA's break this evening is on. He's breaking and potting, and when he breaks and pots, this is when he is most at his dangerous best. Dikuso Kasadik says, network, I'm also watching on another phone. I don't think so. Kindly work on yours. Yes, the place doesn't have good network, but at least I tried to look for the best and the only good spot. I also upgraded the gadget in use to an iPad, so at least we are having presentably at least some good images for this game. Isaac Zax Zulu says, what's the meaning of this? He's replying to someone who is using a scorpion emoji. Scorpion means Caesar, at least in pool circles. Thank you for watching. Ronald Seguia, Tinder best guy. Malcolm is saying he can't believe Mansoor is faster than IBRA. At times you need to adjust your game according to the strength of your opponent. So if IBRA is beating Mansoor at his game, you can only credit IBRA for what I would call maturity. Chirumira Remy Timothy says someone is hurt. Yes, pool hurts especially. I know you guys love these players, one at the expense of the other, and at times a loss, a defeat hurts, but that is sport. It is very normal. Mose Asime says IBRA is boring. Yes, I think he is more boring than he usually is, but he's winning. Doreen Katsidora says playing mind game. I agree with you. Branson Jacob says Uganda's got talent. Yes. Ali Magera, thank you for the appreciation. You say IBRA is too slow, rotates for the table twice for a shot. Like I explained before, he's trying to defeat Mansoor at Mansoor's own game, and it is only a sign of maturity when you play to turn the strength of your opponent into your own strength. It is only a sign of maturity. Whatever is the outcome of this game, the rivalry between these two players and sets of fans is not about to go away anytime soon. Being the good players that they are, you expect them to meet at latter stages of very many tournaments to come. If IBRA wins, and especially if he wins by a respectable margin, then it will be some kind of statement, at least to bring some respect back to his name, because the dominant figures among players for the last 2-3 months, it has been Caesar with Mansoor. If IBRA picks form to play his best game, he will be picking form at the best time to pick form. This is normally how Mansoor operates. He likes them games slow. When he respects his opponents, he takes the game slow, hoping to kill his opponent softly. He likes this kind of defensive approach, expecting the opponent to be the first to make a mistake, and IBRA, upon realizing this, has decided to be equally slow and tactful as well as technical. That doesn't mean that these two players do not have the capacity to put everything as they see it. Actually, their first money match had 12 apples in it, with IBRA having 7 and Mansoor 5. Surprisingly, Mansoor's fans, even while they are down, are having reason to cheer their player for trying, at least in this game, to grab the bull by the horns. He's trying to win a second straight game, something which has been very rare in the course of this match, because IBRA took a 4-game lead, if not 5, at the beginning of the match. Since then, he has not allowed Mansoor to come close to him. But if Mansoor wins this game, it will be his 7th, and it will be the first time he trims his lead to 4 games since halftime. Once again, I won't get tired of reminding you and thanking you for loving this sport and following the Peter Chobe Live Facebook, YouTube and TikTok channels, particularly for YouTube when these videos come live or not and you decide to watch. Kindly do not skip the ads. When the adverts play, please let them play. It can kill off 20 or 10 seconds of your time. It can be boring, but please watch them, because it is the only way you can support my cause for bringing you these videos to support with some of the challenges that come through. And once that is done, my pledge will remain keeping the videos coming. It is IBRA versus Mansoor in a money match, racing to 21 for 4 million Uganda shillings. 6-11, IBRA leads. I will be back shortly.
abasajja batidde balabise tugira tukola mwagala kulaba ki
seems like for the first time in this match, Mansoor is seemingly about to win 2 straight games for the first time. He has not won 2 straight. He's trying to do it for the first time. It looks a bit tricky. In a normal shot, the white ball for the black will be having some difficulty. He has support with a follow such that white goes and bounces off the distant cushion and then returns back to its good position. He does that. It looks like a very good shot from Mansoor. Nothing short of a good shot. It has been a very long game. I am just assuming he will put this black, but a well worth game for Mansoor against the black to make it 7, reducing his gap to 4. Yes, he does. The fans tip him to give him the much needed morale. They know he needs them to lift his spirit. They know his opponent is having the better game, at least for today. In a rare case of emergency, the umpire permits Mansoor just a short call. Yes, there has just been an ongoing tense moment between the fans. One thing I can tell you that in this part of the continent, the fans are so passionate and the game is so emotional, especially after that performance from Mansoor. Some kind of war of words going on between the fans. And the venue management is on top of the game, putting the situation back to normal. It was after a brilliant performance in which Mansoor won his game number 7, going for a timeout thereafter and witnessing a war of words between the fans, which almost got physical. Good enough, the venue management got on top of the situation. In fact, thereafter Mansoor requested for another timeout from the umpire, and the umpire simply said no. The people who are becoming rowdy have been asked out of the venue, and very shortly we are going to have a resumption of the game. Of course, where you saw some seconds of darkness are the moments of pool where I don't want to promote. I apologize for denying live video at that time. It's just not what I want the world to see in this sport, but we are shortly getting the game back.
The game is resuming now. Apology, I'm just restarting the video. I am going to restart the video probably after the coming 3 games of timeout.